Hey, at any time of the day.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake.
And this is the Corona Chronicles.
Yep. I like how the little jingle played for us before we started.
It really makes the impact of the jingle. It's like the show is starting now.
Yeah.
Like I can feel it in my soul. Like
yeah.
Oh, boom boom. Okay. Corona Chronicles V2. Here we go.
Yeah. We're kind of, so as you can see, Mike made a jingle. I made a little animation.
Now we're wearing what you animated us.
What I'm animated us in. Just for I don't know, like we said last episode, we're kind of going with the flow, and so now I don't know, it's exciting because there's like little things now, and we added a light because last time I didn't think there was enough lighting.
We also have koozies. So we're clanking with a plant.
Yeah.
The microphone is not taking up a third of the frame.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Yeah, it's nice. We thought today we would talk about things that we personally are really excited about that's coming up. Which there are lots of things to be excited about.
Yeah, we could just take turns if you want.
Yeah, we can.
Come back and forth.
I don't know if you. Yeah, let's just do that.
Either way.
Yeah, you go first. I want to hear. I know you have probably a much clearer idea of what you're excited about than me.
I think I have a very long list, and we would be here all night if I went through everything and detailed why I'm excited about it. But
I'm gonna start a timer.
Yeah,
because otherwise I will lose
back
time.
And forth. So I am really excited for all the music that's gonna come out. That's like the very first thing. Khruangbin released their first single from their upcoming LP. Khruangbin is a really eclectic band. It's hard to kind of explain the global influences they draw from.
They're great.
They draw from a lot of global influences, but they're so cool. Psych rock. They're probably like my favorite band right now. So they're releasing something on June 28th or June 26th. That's what it is. So really looking forward to that. They just dropped details. That's numero uno for me.
Did you find that out today? Did they tell you today?
Okay, this morning.
Did they specifically?
They called me up and they're like, hey. Mike, you'll be thrilled to hear this. And we're going to tell everyone else too, but you've got to be the first to know. That's great.
Yeah, so I think for me, I'm actually excited about that too. You told me that and I was like, ooh, cool.
Stoked.
Because I really enjoy their music so far. I think if you're not interested in them holistically, you don't like the sound of them, even though they're amazing, a good song that you could listen to is Texas Sun, right?
Yeah.
Which is a good, I think would appeal to more audiences, but
it's good pop. It's pretty palatable, no matter who you are. It's got Leon Bridges on it, so it's not too far off from current mainstream sounds. I think you'd enjoy it no matter who you are.
I think, okay, do I want to jump into that? Yeah, I'll jump into it. I'm going to talk about Dune.
Cool.
Because
very convenient, actually.
It is very convenient. So Dune is a very old sci-fi novel that is being adapted right now into a film. I don't know if they're probably still not in production anymore. I think they're done, right? They're in post. Starring Timothée Chalamet. I should have got the list out of all the people. It's Oscar Isaac's in it. The cast is loaded with people, and Zendaya's in it. Oddly enough, it's weird for me to be kind of excited about this because I haven't read Dune yet. But it's one of those things that people have told me about, and seeing the scale at which it will be at. I don't know. I find myself really excited about it. I'm gonna read that book after you finish it, or I probably should just order my own at this point. But essentially, you probably know more about it than I do. You want to tell me a little bit about Dune?
I'm about 100 pages in. This book is important for two reasons. It's known to be the greatest sci-fi epic ever written by a lot of by a huge the sci-fi reading community hails it as sort of the Game of Thrones of sci-fi. Multiple factions, a lot of parties that kind of are working in tandem or working against each other. over this spice called melange that is like really important within the world of Dune. So I'm only, like I said, I'm only 100 pages in. It's really dense to start. There's a lot of lingo. There's a glossary in the back that's like 10 pages long of just definitions, because he draws from a lot of like cultural influences to make up words and make up like things that are found within the culture and world of Dune. So once you get like really wrapped up in it though, like you start to understand what's happening. It makes it really exciting, and you're kind of putting things together as you go. You don't really know what's happening half the time. That's kind of the fun of it though. So I'm enjoying it. I'm working through it slower than I want to right now, just because it is. That's kind of
it's dense.
Barrier to entry is just getting familiar with everything. But I'm enjoying it. I think you will too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think for the idea of like the franchise element of it, because I think it'll be like a next big franchise. I think we'll get some cool TV shows. I think our roommate Will told me there's already some TV shows spinning off of it.
Been 2 movies, I think. Or maybe 1 movie, 1 like feature, and then there's been like a mini series.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited to see what comes from it. I think this will be like the big version of it. The big wide scale where everybody gets really excited for it. So I think it'll be cool. I'm excited about a lot of franchises right now, but for now I'll keep it at that, and I'll toss the ball back to you.
Let's see. I'll do one that's non-music. I'm really looking forward to Tenet by Chris Nolan.
Yeah.
I'm actually really sad that was postponed as well. Or I don't know if that's been official news, actually, if it has been postponed. But I'm assuming it is, given the state of movie theaters. But being a huge Chris Nolan fan, Interstellar is my favorite movie ever made. And I just needed another movie to start the decade off with more like time bending, time shifting, brain melting things.
Looks so cool.
And I guess it's getting pushed back, but I'm really excited for the day that it does get released. I think Tenet and Dune are my 2 like most anticipated movies this year. At least ones I'm really looking forward to. Yeah. So, and I don't know anything about like Tenet really. I just know it's a Chris Nolan movie about time.
Yeah, but that's what's fun about it.
That's all I need to know.
It's cool because you go into it and you're like, what the heck is this about? And then, I mean, obviously you learn about what it's about, but that's the excitement. The excitement, the appeal to a Christopher Nolan film is like watching it, and even like watching it sometimes you're like, what the heck is going on? Yeah. And then you start piecing it together and your mind's just like, and so I'm also very excited for that.
Cannot wait.
I think a recurring theme is we're going to be excited for a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
I'm going to go... there's a couple topics I'm like trying to like lay off for a little bit before we hop into those. But this might be a really small one, but I'm also really excited for Cyberpunk. It's because... I mean, we're like at this new... And honestly, I'll just say like new next-gen gaming. Because we're like on the verge of like the PS5 is coming out, and or Xbox X Series is coming out in the holidays. I don't know if it's been delayed at all, but I'm really excited for next wave of video games, next gen. And I guess Cyberpunk falls into the category of like the forefront of that.
Very much so. I think it's gonna be VR, right?
No. It's not. I don't think so. It could be. I don't know if I don't
Probably
think
in the future.
So. But VR is also something that's like, I mean, we have like Half-Life Alyx, which is something to be super excited about. One of our roommates, he has the I don't know I forgot exactly which VR set it is, but he has Half-Life Alyx, and we've got to watch him play it and kind of experience it a little bit. And that's like the first real game that is like VR that people are taking seriously. But so we have Cyberpunk, which I'm really excited about. I actually just built a PC, and so that's gonna be like the first game that I really get to like do on my PC that I'm pumped about.
So cool.
Mm-hmm. And then like there's like a plethora of other games out there. I mean, eventually, hopefully, they'll announce the new Elder Scrolls and whatever new next gen games are going to be involved. I'm I hope at some point I can get the PS5, but like that'll be somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think off that note, I would say my next one, at least that I'm excited for, this isn't really, there's not like a tangible release date for this one, but I think it's seeing like the mass like use of VR where it's like at a consumer price, where it's something that somebody can go and buy for $200 to $300, and like the really good ones, not the super cheapo VR sets, but where VR becomes accessible to a lot of people and really changes like the gaming world and like everything. VR is going to change everything. VR and like self-driving cars and like all the like tokens of like the new age that we're entering into. I'm really excited about, but specifically VR. Just after playing VR like last month, we got to use one of our roommates' VR sets for like a week, and it's really, really cool, but it's also trippy, and I have like my own personal reservations about VR after using it. Not anything like too groundbreaking, but I'm just excited to see it used like in a mass way, like globally, like everybody is using it to connect. I think it's gonna be super cool. It also reminds me of this. I don't currently watch anime. I have nothing against people who do, but I watched this anime in 6th grade called Dot Hack, and it's like about people who enter into like this VR game and play together, and everything that you see and feel is all real. Like you feel the impact from getting hit by like a monster or whatever, and you can feel like somebody's hand like touching your shoulder or whatever. But like they get trapped in this game, and if you die in the game, you die in real life. That's kind of unrelated, but like I guess the feeling of being like so immersed into like one game with people that you know.
It's really immersive.
Yeah.
It's like
I am so excited for that.
I'm sure
it's
like
so cool.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that like people will get more accustomed to as it becomes more widespread, because when you think about like when movies first came out, was it The Great Train Robbery, where people were like jumping out of their seats because like the train, like people were like, oh, the train's gonna hit me.
Yeah.
I think also, I could be wrong, but I feel like the PS5 is gonna pull some like, I think they're really gonna try to like push their VR this next go around, because I forgot what patents I read about, but they like developed some patents with some companies like specifically for VR. So I'm really excited for the PS5, because I think it's going to try to utilize it, and I think that's also why we see that it's so cheap in comparison to the Xbox X Series, is because they made the system cheap so that you will also buy the VR set with it.
Smart.
So it is smart, but also it's really going to be expensive. But like that'll be really cool if like that is. I don't know if that's actually what Sony is doing, but if that's what you're doing, awesome. I'm pumped for it. So, you know what I want to jump into? I'm gonna go into Marvel. I mean,
how did I forget?
Yeah.
Anything I thought about?
Because there's been like a lot of news with it recently. You know, Black Widow got pushed back, which is really disappointing, because me and Michael share like a Marvel affinity,
a brotherhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that would have been like the last Marvel movie we would have saw together before I move off to LA, and now it's pushed back, which is like, but it's still like, I'm still so excited for it. And like months ago we were sitting at BJ's
Oh yeah,
with like the entire, like all our house and plus some, so there's like 9 or 10 of us at a booth, and the panel happens where Marvel just starts dropping like all of the new they're like
everything.
She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Blade, like everything all at once. And so I've been excited for that forever. It's off and on, because like I'm not thinking about it. It's not at the forefront of my brain, because it's not happening immediately. But I mean, like real soon we're getting Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier. WandaVision I think now is ahead of that. So those are like things I'm super excited for on the Disney Plus platform. I'm really actually excited for Eternals, Doctor Strange into the the Multiverse of Madness or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many They're all so cool. They're,
Which out of the new like single hero films, like Doctor Strange's new film or Thor's new film, whatever, are you like most excited to see out of like all these new releases that have been announced?
I think immediately, God, that's a hard question because so many of them are gonna be like change the universe in so many ways. I probably Doctor Strange. It's a Sam Raimi film, which is like gonna be super cool. B, it's like a horror film. Like it's categorized as a horror film, and that's gonna be fascinating to see like the Marvel universe take on a horror film, and it has Scarlet Witch, and so we're gonna see the repercussions literally of WandaVision directly into the Multiverse of Madness. So I don't know. I feel like that is gonna bring a lot to the table. I also feel like it's gonna be a really universe changing film.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's gonna be multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean like I'm excited.
I will be interested to see if they like condense all the information about the multiverse to make it like easy to understand if
like,
you're like 8 years old.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
Like how is this all happening?
They've done a good job about like getting us kind of acclimated to things like that are kind of hard to understand so far. So like maybe it'll just be like a bite. Like WandaVision will be like introducing you bite-sized pieces, and then multiverse will be a little bit more, and then more and more and more and more. Yeah. So I'm really excited for that. I'm excited for Thor: Love and Thunder. Obviously, it's Taika Waititi. It's gonna be really quirky and fun. He's made some cool quotes about it too already. I mean, like we're gonna have Thor, Lady Thor. I think it's Lady Thor. Maybe it's just Thor.
Thor sounds.
I think it's just Thor. I'm pretty sure it's just Thor.
Yeah.
And then but you just know it's like Jane Foster. And then all this other stuff for the new Thor movie, which will be fun. Guardians 3, you have Black Widow. I'm just excited for because I'm excited for Black Widow. It looks awesome. Taskmaster looks super cool. And there was, what's the other one? Oh, and Eternals, which is also just going to expand the universe. So it's exciting. It's cool.
So many things.
There's so and then now we have the Disney Plus series. I don't know. There's just tons of I could go on about Marvel for an entire episode probably. I mean, we know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm so pumped for that to come along. So
yeah, I'm with you. 3 shows I just thought about, and I don't have to get into all of them, but 3 shows that I'm really looking forward to the next season, or at least the production of, are This Is Us, because it's picking up so much right now, and we're gonna learn a lot about everyone. Ozark season 4, I just watched all of Ozark, and it's insane. It's stupid crazy, but it's so much fun. Breaking Bad meets Game of Thrones. It's just madness. And then what was the other show I was thinking of?
Was it Barry?
Yes, Barry. Holy crap.
So excited.
That is going to be something else. That's probably my favorite show on TV right now.
Yeah, I love Barry.
It's the show I came away from it being the most just I thought about it so much the rest of the week. There was specific moments that I still remember, and I don't really remember specific moments of shows very well, but Barry just had a lot of those tied in. So, and The Mandalorian. Really looking forward to The Mandalorian as well.
I really wish a lot of those got finished before I feel like the quarantine kind of started right when things were in production, and so we're not getting everything during quarantine, which would have been great. But I mean, we got Tiger King, which is really.
Can't wait for Tiger King 2.
Tiger King 2 is
gonna be great.
But Tiger King is something that got a lot of talk and was really fun and exciting, and
oh my god,
I don't know if I want to call it fun, but it was definitely
it was fun. It was crazy, but it was fun.
It was crazy. It's definitely a thrill.
I had fun watching it.
So Tiger King. You had Ozark season 3, like you said, but yeah, Barry is just
it's
the best writing, and acting. Just Bill Hader is incredible.
Yeah,
every time I love it.
And who is the guy who plays the teacher, the acting teacher in Barry?
Oh, Gene. No.
Well, Gene, yeah. I forgot. I don't remember his name. He's phenomenal though. If you've seen the show. I can't take my eyes off the screen whenever he's on. It's just so good.
And the last scene of the season 2 is just... There we go.
It hits. If you haven't seen Barry, if you don't know what we're talking about, please investigate. And please let HBO take your money if you feel inclined. It is that good.
Yeah. It is phenomenal. I dressed up as Barry for Halloween this year.
So good. So good.
And there was another show that I was really excited about too. There's a lot of shows to be excited about. I need to get back into This Is Us. I haven't been watching it, and
dude.
I know but it just gets me. I guess I have all the time in the world. That's one thing that's been exciting about quarantine, is that like I can just watch a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I will say you also have to have a lot of emotional bandwidth to go into it. The two necessities for that show specifically are time and emotional bandwidth. Yeah. If you don't have emotional bandwidth, I would say don't. You just don't. just don't.
If you're in a bad place, don't watch it. I think it was season 2 where like I watched it and then had to stop for like 6 months or something ridiculous like that.
It does that to you.
But yeah, they're on season 4 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I got like 3 episodes into season 4, and that's when
you're going into season 5, and then they have said that they're stopping at 6 seasons, which thank God. Yeah. They know like the ending, that's where it'll end, and then we're good.
Yeah, I think so. I'm also, like I said, I'm really excited about the things I've been watching. I'm currently rewatching Lord of the Rings, and it's just absolutely just like amazing. Like I think it gets better every time I've watched it so far. First time I watched it, I was very like, man, like because it's kind of hard to like access it. There's so much terminology. There's so many like it's a lot of world build. It's kind of like Dune.
It's Dune. It's fantasy Dune.
There's a lot of things that you're trying to like understand, and then like I watched it a second time with a better understanding of the characters I was investing in, and then the third time has just been like amazing, and I kind of realized like the scale and like how incredible the epic is. I really think it's a perfect epic, and so that's just been. I love Sam and Frodo's relationship. I think they just have this like, there's something so wholesome about them and their like relationship and their friendship and their like the support for one another, and then like the parallels between Frodo and Gollum and how, not Gollum but Sméagol and how Frodo's like trying to be there for Sméagol and like kind of bring him back. I don't know. There's just so many things that are absolutely amazing about Lord of the Rings that get me excited. So I'm gonna after I finish, I'm gonna find time to read the books because I've read The Hobbit, and The Hobbit is an absolute trip, totally fun. But I know Lord of the Rings is like the books are just completely different in their own right and much more mature. And so I'm excited for that when that day comes.
On that note, well, it's kind of on that note, not really. It's just another book I've been reading that I feel like would be a good recommendation for literally anybody. As we all know, these things consume a lot of our time in our day, and I'm reading a book right now called Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport. It's just a book about like selective attention, using your time on like phones, digital platforms, any screen time, honestly, using it really intentionally, and going into that and prioritizing what you like, what value you find in that, and then limiting your time to like extract that value out of it rather than letting the apps like take over your life and consume like way too much of it. And so I'm getting through it right now, but it's been like so good.
We had some interesting conversations about that too.
Yeah.
I remember that one day.
It's like wild. And like the very first chapter, he asks you to take 30 days to like delete all of your apps, delete all these like dopamine inducing anything like on your phone or your PlayStation, whatever, anything that demands like that part of your brain to just like shut it off for 30 days.
Which could be really hard in quarantine.
Right now,
maybe not suggested right at this moment in time.
I've postponed that only because 30 days of just straight boredom. I already have enough time to just like sit with my own thoughts and reflect, and like quarantine does that to you. So I'm choosing to still like find work and other things and keep myself busy and keep like screen time on my iPhone on, so I know whenever I'm hitting limits. But yeah, it's been really good. I just read a chapter about solitude and the importance of solitude as it pertains to just leaving your phone behind and sitting by yourself, which I'm getting a lot of right now in quarantine. And I'm doing my best to just leave my phone like back here or in my room whenever I'm out in the living room or taking walks or whatever. But it's been really good. I'm like trying to start those habits while I have the free time too, and not when I'm like bogged down by everything I have to do, and trying to like flip my life in the midst of that. So digital minimalism, highly recommend.
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, we've had interesting conversations about it that
Yeah,
have made me excited about it, and given me like it's been very thought provoking. Like I remember just being like, it made me ponder a bit.
yeah.
I also there's so many things I want to get through. I'll just like again I'm gonna kind of mesh video games together. I'm really excited about Animal Crossing right now, and I want to mention this because it has been such a cultural thing during quarantine, where like a ton of people are playing it, and it was just so timely. It came out in such a timely moment, like where like its success is being defined because of the quarantine. Like it would not nearly be as successful if it didn't come out at the time that it did. But it's been so much fun, and like it's not a game you can just like waste hours on. It like there's only so much you can do, but you do it every day. You know, you like find it's like, all right, I'm gonna go water my flowers on Animal Crossing and like kind of build up my village and stuff. Exchange some turnips. Go find some villagers. Like it's just a really wholesome and fun game. If you have a Switch and you're just looking for, it's gameplay that like if you've gamed before, it's different from like most games you'll play. It doesn't demand your attention. It doesn't demand you to be active, and it's like trying to draw attention to itself by being really exciting. It's just so calm and relaxing, and it really allows you just to kind of take a step back and breathe a little bit. Which is a really nice thing in quarantine. Yeah. And so that's been one specific game that I've been really excited for. And on the other side of the spectrum is Call of Duty Warzone, where
are we dropping, boys?
Oh man, we just go crazy when we play it, and it brings out a lot of emotions from me. I can get very angry. Me too. And like you go in the gulag and you lose a gulag, and it's just. That's a whole different spectrum, which is also very timely to come out during quarantine, because it's a really great quarantine game to just, at nighttime, just get with your friends and your buds and be like, hey, let's play some Warzone.
A glass of wine and some Warzone.
Yeah.
All the gulag memes have been sending me also.
We actually, the gulag memes have been
so
great.
Good.
My friend actually sent me yesterday like a really great drinking game for Warzone, which could be fun.
We have drinks and we have Warzone.
Yeah, we have both. So we can make that work. It looks really fun. We tried it a little bit last night, but somebody joined in as we had like kind of like perfected the rules, and so we had to go to multiplayer. But it'll be fun. So anyways,
we can still do that.
Yeah.
Trying to think. I mean, we talked about this on our last podcast. I think just all of the art. And I guess we're nearing the 30-minute mark, so we might want to last ones maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one more.
I guess I'll merge these two. All the art that will come out of this is something I'm really excited for. Everybody's been cooped up in quarantine and social distancing and all these buzzwords for the last 2 months, and I just like. Imagine that so many things have already been made. Like artists have been writing every single day. Poets have been writing every single day. Painters have probably been painting and processing through everything that they've been feeling every day. So hoping to just get a ton of output. No pressure on anyone who isn't producing anything right now to give us more output. But for those who do, thank you for helping us get through these trying times. That paired with just seeing people together again, being able to shout like the lyrics of one of my favorite songs in a stadium or an amphitheater or some venue with like thousands of other people. I'm craving concerts so very badly right now.
You got the Travis Scott Fortnite concert.
The Travis Scott Fortnite concert. I forgot about that. I actually missed that one, and that was my one opportunity to get that itch scratched, but I missed it. So maybe the next time, Travis Scott Fortnite concert 2. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, just one, the art, and then 2, people celebrating the art together. I can't wait. It's going to be so good. I even consider the Travis Scott Fortnite concert to be art that people made. Visual designers made that, and like took a lot of work. And like, say what you want about Travis Scott, not my cup of tea. I don't think he's bad, but like all of the like 11 through 16-year-olds playing Fortnite right now would probably really love that.
Yeah, and when we talked about it a little bit, like that's actually a really cool place where we can see more interactive media going. That like people are like, especially like, just I guess labels or whoever are going to be producing that, take the Fortnite part out, but the cool like concert experience like with Travis Scott and just like how trippy it was like really neat. So I hope we see more of that.
Yeah.
Similar vein to you is I'm just excited for the future in general, in which things go back to normal, and like I'm excited to be in LA. Like once all this like mess kind of gets figured out, and I kind of solidify my post grad plan, like I get graduated, I finally get to LA and start like my job. Like I'm excited for adulthood. I'm excited to graduate. But I'm excited to have like the post grad plan kind of figured out, solidified, and people's lives just going back to normal. And like I want to see how the world changes. Like how do we approach it differently? How do we approach people differently? I'm excited to see people interacting with each other like in a really, because it's gonna be happy. Like I feel like
it's so good.
I don't want to I like idealize it, but like I feel like there's just gonna be like additional joy into just seeing people and going into public places, especially like going to a new place, going to LA and discovering a new place with everything just like kind of taken off, like all the band-aids ripped off. It might be a slow process, which it probably will be, but I'm just excited to begin the process, to be somewhere new, be with people again, and just living my life and seeing other people live their lives. So the future, like, it's dim right now, but there's still there's things to be excited about in right now, and there's things to be excited about in the future, which is super cool, and so I'm pumped about that.
I think there will be a lot of love to go around after we can congregate again and be a people again.
Absolutely.
So I 100% echo what you said. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be great. Well, I think that's all we've got for today. Keeping it short.
Thanks for tuning in.
So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you heard some things that you can heard that we were excited about, that you can either share in excitement with us, try some new things, read some books that we maybe suggested, or listen to some music that we talked about.
A lot of things happening.
A lot of great things. If you haven't watched Lord of the Rings, watch it. Just give it a couple tries. Watch it once, and if it's not your thing, give it a couple years and then try it again. I promise. Fantastic.
And if you haven't attended the Travis Scott Fortnite concert, you've got to check it out.
It's on YouTube. 10 minutes.
It's dank.
It's actually
it's pretty cool.
It actually is kind of cool. So if you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
We love you.
We love you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Leave in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube something that you're excited about, and we might talk about it.
Please.
So this is us signing off. Have a great day.